So this is my 944 Turbo project. This was the car that had a cracked header, and the engine was disassembled about 5 years ago, or partially disassembled. And I'm going to try to get it back together and running. So the first thing I've done, well, I attacked the engine compartment with a vacuum cleaner and a pressure washer and just tried to clean it up some, just get all the leaves and debris and mouse nest out of there. Just so I know what I'm working with. And I don't know how well you can see here, but the crankshaft, the front of the crankshaft, was very rusty, so I had to spend a bunch of time with some emery paper and some Scotch-Brite and a wire brush and get that cleaned up well enough so that the pulley will slide on, which it is now. So now it's ready for timing belts and getting the front end of the engine put back together. There's some surface rust on the cam pulley, but that shouldn't affect the performance. The water pump seals feel good. There's no evidence of a coolant leak, so I'm going to keep that pump on for now, put it together, and see how it turns out. And if it leaks, well, then I'll pull it apart and change the water pump. The intake manifold was off. So it had a cracked exhaust header, and I don't think the camera's picking it up, but all the exhaust header studs have been removed to take the header off, so I'll have to put those back in. And then put the crossover pipe is off also, so I'll put a crossover pipe on and then put it all back together. So this is actually an 86 that originally came with the one-piece crossover pipe, and I've got a new crossover pipe for it, which is the later two-piece crossover pipe. And then once that's done, if the engine runs, then it'll be on to the next steps, which would be the braking system. Here are the parts going on. You can see some intake pieces, the hard pipes, so the belly pans, there's the new crossover piece, the exhaust tip is broken off, heat shields, intake manifold, air box, idle control stabilizer, things like that. So I'll get this all back together.